Hi, everybody. It's Mary Mitchell. I'm here uh, in New York, getting ready to interview the amazing Elizabeth Stanley, who was part of our fantastic Sondheim concert on Sunday night. This is like my third time ever using the live feature on Instagram. The first time was with Kristen Chenoweth in Rome. The second time was with Gavin Creel in Indiana. And the third time now will be with Elizabeth Stanley here in New York during a quarantine. So that feels appropriate and totally normal for me. So we're going to ask her a lot of questions when she joins, which I think, oh, let's see. I think she's joining. Going live with Elizabeth Stanley. Waiting for her now. This is very exciting, you guys. Never know. There she is. My goodness.
We've done it.
I'm very proud of us.
Me too.
I'm like oddly maybe more proud of this than I've been of a lot of things I've done in life. It's amazing.
Victory.
Victory
is ours.
Okay, so hi.
Hi.
So Elizabeth and I go kind of far back. I was just remembering today that the very first time I really remember, besides your auditions for Company, which I think was maybe was that the first time I met you, was in your auditions?
I think that's right.
Was when you asked me to carry a comforter across. Do you remember this?
I didn't until right now.
You're welcome. Elizabeth, we were going to Cincinnati to do Company at the Cincinnati Playhouse, and she was like, "Hey, are you driving? Could you take was it comforter, right? Did I make that up?
I think that's right. Yep.
I feel like it was a comforter.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was beautiful.
Yep. Thanks. Yeah, when I worked out of town a lot, like in my early career, I did a lot of regional jobs. And it was like a thing that I would always pack my own bedding so that it just felt like I had like a piece of home with me.
Yes.
Bugs.
Yes.
And I brought them back to my
that feels
apartment. So
appropriate.
then
And that feels
I
like
stopped doing that.
yes, absolutely.
Not at Cincinnati. I did not get them at Cincinnati.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, we did Company in Cincinnati and we had a great time there. And then I'm trying to remember my favorite thing of Cincinnati. My favorite memory of you was doing, what was the number where you had to drag the suitcase around?
Well, I mean, I had it like always in every time I ever moved, but I think it was especially funny and You Could Drive a Person Crazy in Cincinnati because I would kick it to like start walking again.
That's right. I remember this. Yes, like a flight attendant would.
Yes.
Yes, you were very method.
Hey, And then that got cut and we added saxophones.
We did. That was new for Broadway, between Cincinnati and Broadway. You didn't play the saxophone, did you?
No, I did not.
That's right. I think I remember calling you and saying, "Hey, can you learn saxophone?" I think I remember that now. That was fun. That was a good time.
It was really fun. Yeah.
It was a good moment in life. So we actually got a couple of questions in. So I'm going to start with, why did you choose to sing The Miller's Son on Sunday night? This question says, it was so beautiful, which, by the way, it was so beautiful. I want you to explain where you were singing from, setting-wise.
I was on the floor right there. And then this blankie was draped over that chair and was right behind me.
I see, because I wondered if you had like built a fort.
I know it looks. That's what someone had asked me. They were like, "How did you do that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's very like childhood fort, like blanket draped over chairs." Exactly.
Yes.
And honestly, it feels cozy and nice to sing a lyrically challenging Sondheim song from within the comforts of your own blanket fort. A comfy place.
Blanket fort feels great.
Um, the blanket fort, but I
We
chose
actually have a little
it.
backstory. No, I
Yes.
was going to say we have some backstory on the Miller son.
So I performed the Miller Son once before, with a symphony in Chicago, and Paul Gimignani was conducting. And the performance, I will just say, went fine. I was a little like this the whole time, but it was fine. But in the sound check, I forgot like every single lyric. Like it got to the really fast section, and I was like, and a meanwhile, and so it was so I was like, I've been very afraid of this song. And Mary Mitchell and I performed in a fundraiser for a really awesome summer program called the Performing Arts Project, in which
Amazing place.
they challenged people to do that again. I rewrote the lyrics to be what my inner monologue was, which was about how terrified I was. So Mary Mitchell and I actually performed the song once before, but with alternate lyrics. So when she approached me and was like, Elizabeth, what's the Sondheim song you might want to do? I was like, I think I should challenge myself to reclaim the Miller son. And I was so glad I
And
did,
reclaim
because
you
it's
did.
such a fun song that I don't want to be scared of it anymore, you know?
And you did a great job with it,
Hey,
may I say.
thanks. You too. You too. It's not the easiest piano part in the world either.
It's not. No. No, I started to work on it and I was like, I really have to practice this.
Hmm.
It was like, hmm. Okay, here's a question. What are our favorite stage mishaps?
Eek. One of the funniest, but I'm trying to actually think of what the prop was. It was when I was doing Bridges in Madison County, and it was like a
Which you did on
scene between.
tour.
I did the tour.
Tour, yeah.
It was a scene between Francesca and Robert, so myself and Andrew Simonsky, who was playing my co-star, and I was like distracted by something, and so I'm supposed to hand him. This is what it was. I was supposed to hand him matches to light these candles that he was like setting the scene for a romantic dinner. But instead, I opened the drawer, and the other thing that was in there was a bottle opener. And so
Okay.
I just handed him the bottle opener, and he just kind of looked at me like, and he and I always kind of joked around. So I thought he was just being funny. And then finally I was like, matches?
You were like, I didn't give you the right thing.
It was subtle, but like just dumb enough that I was like, I can't believe I just did that. So that's one that comes to
Things
mind for
happen
me.
when it's
You?
live, though.
They sure do.
Um, I have so many weird things that have happened in life on stage. Uh, but I think one of my favorites was actually during the Addams Family. Whenever anything would go wrong, Nathan Lane would start doing um, just new lines that were about whatever was happening. But he would stay in character. So it was like the set, like usually it would have to do with a set piece that wasn't moving. And he would just start complaining about the staff, like how they were terrible or, something along those lines. But in like accent,
Oh
staying in
my
character.
God.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Nathan Lane is very good at dealing with those things on the fly, I will
That's
say.
impressive. That kind of stuff is not always easy.
No, he was kind of a genius at that. Like he was my favorite to watch navigate things going wrong. So that's like my sort of all-time favorite. Although one time musically something went wrong and he went off stage and cursed and his mic wasn't off. So that was mishap that
Also memorable.
also memorable. And everyone in the theater heard it, and I just sort of was like, I just keep conducting. Let's just keep going. Um, is there a role? Here's a question we got. Is there a role that you have done regionally that you would like to revisit in your career?
Oh man, several, because I feel like regional contracts are always kind of just like a taste. They're too short. I loved playing Mother in Ragtime, and
Oh,
I love that show, and I would love to do it again.
I would love to see you play Mother in Ragtime.
Well, let's do it. Yeah,
Why
it's
don't
such
you
a
do a one-woman version of Ragtime in quarantine?
that seems perhaps not PC, but a good challenge.
You can just follow her story.
Okay.
Just her.
Okay.
Fair question though. Like fair
Hmm.
problems to try to overcome to do a one person version of any show, really. Okay, Mother in Ragtime. That's a good one. Where you did that at Barrington? Is that where you did it?
Yes. Yeah. With
Yes,
Joe Colarco.
with show directing. That's what I was just thinking. I was like, oh yeah. Okay, excellent. Um, is there something you
Thanks,
learned?
Bruce.
Is there something you learned at your first job that you continue to utilize to this day? At your first job?
Oh man, that's a great question. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, I think just coming in as prepared as possible is probably something that I feel like I really did prepare because I was really afraid of my first job. Um,
What was your first job? I don't even think I know.
my first